Hey there, my name is Danny Liebrand and I'm the founder of Pest Control SEO, where we help pest control companies grow with SEO. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you the exact tool that I use to audit any single website and exactly how to use it. So whether you are a pest control company owner, another local business owner, or a fellow local SEO specialist, I hope you find this video valuable, and if you're ready, then let's jump in. All right, so the tool is called Meta SEO Inspector. Now, this is a completely free Chrome extension that essentially allows you to inspect the metadata across any given website. So you can see valuable information like title tags, meta descriptions, headings, alt text, and more. So you can fully optimize your website. And there are plenty of tools that do this exact same thing, but I'd say this is by far my favorite. And also, there's a nice little secret to it that I will reveal at the end of the video. So stay tuned. All right, so once you click on that link, you should be brought to this page, and then you can add to Chrome, and then I would recommend coming up here and then pinning it to your extensions bar. So then it should be up here, so you can see mine is right here. All right, now how do we actually use this tool? So it's very straightforward. All you need to do is look up a website, and once you are on the website, then you can click on the tool in the extension bar. So we will go ahead and search up a recent company that we've been talking to, Phoenix Pest Control, and we can see now at the top here that we've got some notifications. So we can click here, and we can see all kinds of data here, tons and tons of data. So I'm sure, if you're any kind of local business owner, if you're not very SEO savvy, this is probably a little overwhelming, probably a little confusing. So the first thing that I will say is that as long as, most of everything is green, then you're okay. If all this stuff was green, or I'm sorry, if all this stuff was red, then we'd have a little bit of a problem. So, we can see no alt text here. We've got alt text for about half the images here. All these links are good. So for the most part, this company is okay. But there are some things that we do want to fix. So I will just go over the basics here, because obviously going over this entire tool will take too long. But I will briefly go over the basics here. So, we have the head title and the meta description here. Both of these are great. So on the homepage of your website, you always want to start with your company name first in the head title and also in the description. So they did both of those. And then pest prevention and removal for Iowa and Nebraska. That's okay, but they actually have locations in Florida, I believe, other places as well. So I would just put pest control here, maybe a little extra something, but generally just pest control, because this is your homepage. Usually your homepage is just supposed to rank for your branded terms. So people searching Phoenix, people searching Phoenix Pest Control, all those kinds of brand searches. So overall, pretty good here. Also, we can see it is green because it is not too long. So once you have a head title that is over 100 characters or so, then it will be red. And same with the meta description. Meta descriptions usually aren't supposed to be over 160 characters or so. Next, we have structured data. This is super complex. If you're not an SEO, then don't worry about this. But if you are an SEO, then you should be generating schema for clients and inputting that in the website as well. So that's where this comes in. So it doesn't even show this data here. You'd have to go to like schema.org to check that out. Mobile, some mild warnings here, but they're okay. Don't really need to worry about those. This is pretty big. The headings. This is for Google to understand the structure of the page here. So rule number one, you should only have one H1 per page. This is huge. So they have an H1 up here. Perfect. That should always be at the top, and there should always be one. But I believe, actually, no, I was looking at another website that had other H1s. But you should never have more than one H1. So we've got H2s, and some of these are just in the wrong place. This should be an H3. So obviously they go in order. You should never have an H4 after an H2 like this is here. But again, not a huge deal. I'm pretty sure Google isn't cracking as much down on this. So overall, you're okay. And also, I think some people would argue that, like, oh, these shouldn't be in all caps. It really doesn't matter to Google. Google is just crawling the words. The capitals really doesn't have an effect. But as we're going down here, something to keep in mind is that headings are usually for optimization. So when we're getting to these like H5s, I mean, this is fine. We're having locations here, but usually we shouldn't be getting to H5s. Like I usually only go to H3s, sometimes H4s. But it is mostly to communicate with Google and help Google understand what the page is about. So, the H1, this is also a great example. The H1 should be Phoenix Pest Control. It should not be say goodbye to your pests. So again, fix those as well. We want to have essentially the H1, the title, and the meta description all having Phoenix Pest Control or whatever the brand name is there. And again, these aren't keywords at all. What is that? Quick contact. Like ideally these tags, and I'm not even looking at them here, but ideally they should have some kind of keyword. Like, so perfect example, this is on the brand page. So I would say like contact Phoenix Pest Control here and maybe tell the pest Phoenix is on the way, something like that. And you shouldn't have keywords in every single heading, but just about every single one. I usually go for about 70 to 80%. Moving right along here, we can see that all of this is good here. So this is for anchor text on your website. So anytime you're linking somewhere else, there should be text there. And I believe they have all these filled out, which is great, except for, a few of these. But in general, you should have anchor text and also descriptive text. So if you just have something simple like, see more, then Google usually doesn't like that. You want to have descriptive anchor text and buttons that make sense to the place that you're going. So let's say, it's the contact page, then visit contact page, just something simple like that. But it looks like they're doing great here. Looks like they're missing text for a telephone number. So they actually, and this is kind of a big miss, they should have the phone number written out as well. You usually don't just want to have click to call because, about 40% are going to be on, some kind of computer. And once they see that, or, they might see a click to call, but they want to call on their phone, obviously. So then they're going to take out their phone and fill out the phone number. But obviously they can't if they're on their computer. So, pretty actually big fix there. We definitely want to fix that. But overall, looking good the rest of here. Also, images, 17 missing alt text. This is actually pretty huge. And it really doesn't matter what kind of image it is. Like I've had clients be like, well, does it really matter if, it's just like a picture of a bug or, a logo or whatever? You should have alt text for every single image. And that is number one, to help Google understand what the image is about. And also it's for accessibility. So some people are vision impaired where, maybe they can't see images or whatever it is. And this helps those people as well. And that's part of why Google optimizes it for everyone, because it wants as great of an experience for everyone as possible. So instead of seeing an image, let's say for whatever reason, someone can't see this image, then instead they can know that you wrote out like Phoenix Pest Control Truck. They're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And yeah, I usually like to keep the brand name in every single alt text. That's a little hack too. So, I mean, we don't see any alt here, but like for anything, like let's say this is a bed bug, then Phoenix Pest Control bed bug. I usually like to keep the brand name in every single alt text. All right, and once we're at the bottom, we can see there's just some code here. And again, if you're a local business owner, you don't even have to worry about this stuff. But if some code is broken here, then we definitely want to fix that as well. So yeah, that's essentially the basics of the tool. And the great thing about this is that you can do this on any page of your website. So now let's try, maybe their residential page. So once we're on here, now we can go back to the tool and we can see again the head title, the description, and all of the same data that we saw before. So now their headings are good. Still missing alt text on just about every image. And it looks like they're pulling these from a library, so you can just fix all these one time and they'll all be fixed. And all the code looks good again. So typically you should be using this tool for at least a good amount of the pages on the website just to get an idea. Usually when a company has a lot of location pages or something, then they're using basically the same data on each page. Not the same content, but same kind of data, same kind of heading structure. So usually you don't have to look at every single individual page, but this definitely gives you a good idea. Now, finally, the kind of secret that I was saving for last is the online tools here. So a big reason of why I love this tool is because it links to a ton of other tools that now you don't have to search up and they are just one click away. So I'd say my favorites here are Majestic. I already use SEMrush. I just use it on a separate browser. Schema markup, that's super huge. So you want to make sure that you have the proper schema on your site. Google structured data testing tool, site checker, web dev measure, Google safe browsing, just make sure your site is safe, and then some of these other tools. These are really the ones I use. Yeah, Copyscape plagiarism as well. That's a great one. So yeah, I essentially use most of these tools here, and that's why it's great. So something like PageSpeed Insights. Now you're directly on PageSpeed Insights. You don't have to look it up. So just a nice little, kind of hack to this tool. And I believe all those extensions are free as well, like all of these tools here. So, really great way to kind of get ahead in SEO. All right, and that's the video. I hope you found this valuable, and if you did, please go ahead and like and subscribe. It really means the world to me. And also go ahead and comment down below what you'd like to see in the next video. I read every single comment, and I'm more than happy to help with whatever you may need. And finally, if you are a pest control company owner looking to scale or at least explore new options, then please go ahead and click the link in the description below to book a call today. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.